What is your name?
My name is Melissa Brewer.
And what is your position here?
I am the director of the Charity Review Program, as well as the digital media director for the Better Business Bureau serving Western Michigan.
And can you please tell us some of your educational background?
Sure. I obviously graduated high school, and from there, about the first year and a half of my college education was nursing, which was not my forte. So from there, I decided that computers is where I wanted to be, so I took all the computer classes I could. I took digital media, I took graphic design, I took web design, software programming, and that's kind of where my educational background came into play with the degree in graphic design and web design.
Okay. And what was some of your previous work experience?
Prior to this, I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing, but I will tell you I haven't held a lot of jobs because most of my work experience has been long-term. So while I went through school and through college, I worked at a convenience store as a manager for several years, about 8 years. And while I was there, I also designed the website for that company. So from there, I moved to Michigan, and I got this job. And initially, for the first 8 years of working here, I did not do much with my education. What I did was handle complaints and file updating and things like that. And then for the last 2 years, I've been in charge more of the computer aspect and our web design and social media platforms and all of our graphic design. And I got thrown into the Charity Review Program, which I'm very passionate about as well.
Cool. Okay, and you kind of covered it, but when did you start at the Better Business Bureau serving Western Michigan?
In August, it will be 12 years ago.
Wow. And then your exact title here? Or
Well, I have two exact titles, the
Okay.
director of the digital media, and then I am director of the Charity Review Program.
Okay. And what is the most interesting or important thing that the Better Business Bureau serving Western Michigan does?
I think, in my estimation, it would be the educational aspect of it all. We really want to educate consumers to research a company or a charity before they do business, because there are a lot of bad people out there and a lot of companies and individuals that want to take advantage of others. And so for us, being able to warn consumers and help educate them what to look for with scams and the importance of no matter what type of business or organization, nonprofit that you want to get involved in, look it up, check them out, and make sure that they're a trustworthy business.
That's really cool. What is the most interesting or important thing that this organization does with technology, would you say?
I would say prior to about the last 3 months, it was jumping on the social media bandwagon. We drug our feet a little bit because our previous president was not geared so much that way. And then last July, we started with Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and we're really in the infancy of that as well. However, what we're utilizing now for more of an educational purpose for businesses, for consumers, and then also nonprofits are educational trainings, webinars and seminars. And so I think I would feel those webinars and those trainings are seen as a more important function because we've not really ever done webinars and things like that. So it's new and exciting.
Cool. Since the start of your education and career, how has technology changed the way you do things today?
Well, initially getting into computer programming and web design, it was all more of a manual, laborious thing. To design a website could take weeks, literally, because of the effort and the research and making sure that all of the steps were followed and your close and open commands and things like that. But now with the software programs that are out there, that it has made the whole technological side of things much easier and much less time consuming. So because of that, you have more creativity and the ability to really make things your own. And I think it's changed the whole way that everything is done. If you look from today to 15, 20 years ago, it's a complete turnaround.
Okay. What is the vision and mission of the Better Business Bureau serving Western Michigan?
Well, our vision for the Better Business Bureau is an ethical marketplace where buyers and sellers can trust each other. And then our vision is really to be the leader in advancing marketplace trust. And in order to accomplish this mission, we do it by creating a community of trustworthy businesses and then setting standards for marketplace trust, as well as encouraging and supporting best practices, and that's for not only businesses but also nonprofits. And we also enjoy celebrating marketplace role models. And then finally, which I think a lot of consumers would know us by, is denouncing substandard marketplace behavior.
Okay, and then going from that, what are some of the fundamental issues that your organization is trying to address?
Well, because the Better Business Bureau has historically been known as an organization that processes complaints, come to us when you have a problem, we're trying to move away from that perception of that's why we're here, to helping consumers and nonprofits see that we're really here to educate. In order to advance the marketplace trust, it can't be after the fact. We really need to be proactive from the standpoint of that educational process and helping nonprofits know best practices of transparency, businesses on how to handle complaints. And so in order to do this, we're using a lot of our social platforms, our Facebook, our Twitter, to accomplish really our mission. We do it by notifying consumers and making them aware of scams that may be in our area, maybe nonprofits that are questionable, as well as celebrating marketplace role models through different, I would say, promotions. We have one called Social Shout Out, which are accredited businesses and nonprofits will be highlighted on our Facebook and Twitter that they are an organization that upholds our standards for ethical behavior. And then finally with our YouTube, where we see our vision with our YouTube taking place is to have videos and educational materials on our YouTube channel that will educate consumers on more of the traditional scams that are out there. And so the ability to use technology now where we've never been able to, because we can reach literally hundreds of thousands through technology, where before it was going to be something that was either done maybe by a message on our voice response system or a mailing, and this way it's popular. We're able to reach out to not only young persons but also the older persons, and so technology has been huge for us in making the ability to accomplish our mission, the ability to be there.
Well, thank you very much for your time and your insight into the Better Business Bureau.
You're welcome.
It was very helpful.